Today, we're jumping back into Dune Awakening because I wanted to quickly break down a unique schematic that is going to revolutionize the way you guys are harvesting spice. Big shout out to Rainquake, who actually pointed out just how powerful this thing is when we were live and found this schematic. We'll get into exactly what it does, why it's so good, and where you can find it right now. If this video helps you out at all, then help me out by hitting that like button. But let's go ahead and jump on into it here. Now, the schematic that we're talking about here is called the Compact Compactor. The description on this thing reads that it is going to prioritize reducing size, power draw, and most importantly, worm attention. Now, when I originally read this description, I had saw that it was reducing the size. So to me, I was like, that's going to reduce the sand production rate on this thing, or so I thought, when in reality, it actually multiplies the amount of sand that you can get out of one single spot. And that is, of course, because of the reduction to the worm attention. As you guys know, with this industrial static compactor, you can shoot this thing at a pile of spice about 5 times before you're going to end up attracting the attention of the worm, in which point you're going to have to jump in your ornithopter, fly in the air, dodge the worm, and then land back down. If we take a look at the stats here on the industrial static compactor, it says that the gather rate is medium, the power consumption is 85.5, and the worm attraction intensity is high. However, if we jump back over into the MK4 version of this static compactor here, you can see that the gather rate is still medium. However, the power consumption is dropped all the way down to 70. And like I said, most importantly, the worm attraction intensity is dropped down to medium. I'll have some clips, both of me inside of the HAGGA Basin clearing an entire spice area in one single go, but also inside of the deep desert, where you can really see this static compactor shine, because you can hit the ground like 10 to 15 times before this worm even starts to come after you. This is going to allow you to clear a lot more of the spice field before you're going to have to be jumping up in the air and going back down. Overall, making the process way faster. Let's go ahead and break down exactly where you're going to find this schematic. It's going to be located right here in Imperial Testing Station number 71. I don't know if it comes out of any of the other Imperial testing stations, but I do know for sure it comes out of this one. So if you want to farm up this schematic so you have multiple versions of it, this is going to be where you want to go. This, of course, is going to be RNG, so you might not get the static compactor out of here every time. So if you're looking for this unique schematic, which you should be, you're definitely going to want to slot in Imperial testing station number 1 to your whole farming loop. This is an absolute game changer when it comes to harvesting spice. Like I said, not only the spice blooms inside of the HAGGA Basin we can completely clear without having to go up and down at all, but also, as you can see in the deep desert, we are just hammering through this spice bloom, which is going to help us, get in and get out as quickly as possible. There is an MK5 version of this static compactor, but that, of course, is found inside of the deep desert, inside of the PvE section of it. So I think it's kind of in that combined loot pool, which is going to make the RNG on that even harder to land multiples of. Either way, these compact compactors are definitely something you're going to want to keep your eye out on. I would argue that even the third tier of compact compactor is a unique that is worth crafting. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments and where you're harvesting your spice at inside of Dune Awakening. Are you doing it inside of the HAGGA Basin, or are you doing it out in the deep desert? We're going to be going live right here on YouTube as well as on Twitch, where we're going to be doing some deep desert spice farming. And also, we're going to be doing some extra work at our fortress of Atreides that we're building on the north side of the map. I'll have a link to the Twitch down in the description. Be sure to stop by if you're interested. If you made it this far in the video, comment made it down below so I can give you guys an extra shout out. But other than that, I hope you guys all have an amazing day. I'm out.